Hey guys, I'm Meredith Miner from the Joyce Agency. We're a plumbing manufacturer's representative serving the DC metro area. Today I will go over some shower plumbing basics where you'll learn the difference between pressure balancing valves and thermostatic mixing valves. I'll review how they work and some advantages and disadvantages of both using examples from a brand called Hansgrohe. So let's start with the pressure balance valve. A pressure balance valve senses changes in incoming pressure from the hot and cold side, and it basically makes adjustments internally to compensate for those changes in pressure. If you've ever been in a shower where someone might have flushed a toilet nearby and you suddenly get scalded by hot water, the pressure balance valve was designed to prevent things like that from happening. It's a scene from Home Alone if you've ever seen the movie. The way that these valves work is pretty simple. Take your handle and you'll turn it. It's extremely intuitive. The more you turn it, the more volume you'll get, and the temperature will also change at the same time. So a thermostatic valve uses a more sophisticated mechanism that operates by sensing the actual temperature of the incoming water and adjusting the hot and cold flow to maintain a steady temperature. A wax element inside the shower valve expands and contracts in reaction to the heat, changing the amount of water allowed from each outlet. In this example, we have a thermostatic valve and a volume control. So with every thermostatic valve, you must have at least one volume control for each outlet. On the bottom, we have the thermostatic. You set your temperature here, and then this will get the water to come out. So the more you turn it, the more volume you get while your temperature stays the same. So now that we've gone through the two different types of shower valves, I'm now going to run through some disadvantages and advantages of both, starting with pressure balance. So with the pressure balance valve, as you saw, it's pretty simple and easy to use. It's also very easy to install, and typically they're much less expensive than their counterpart. But some disadvantages to the pressure balance valve is that it has a lower flow rate, usually less than 6 gallons a minute. Typically can't be used for a large number of outlets. The temperature is always reset after each use, and you have to constantly change the temperature while you're operating the shower because you just start to lose hot water over time. Versus thermostatic valve, it typically has a much higher flow rate. Lots of times you can get 8 gallons or more out of a thermostatic valve. They're also suitable for multiple outlets, so you could run what we call the car wash type of shower. They hold a much more consistent temperature due to the way that the element reacts to the changes of hot and cold. Your temperature setting is also saved from your last shower. It also features something called a safety limit stop, and the safety limit stop prevents you from scalding yourself or turning the water too far past the highest temperature setting that you're calibrated at. There's also flexible handle placement throughout the shower because when you have a thermostatic valve, you will need a separate volume control for each shower. So you could place the volume control for a hand shower over by a shower bench or something like that. Some disadvantages, though, to the thermostatic is, of course, the cost. They're just a little bit more expensive. And some people may see that the fact that you have to use multiple handles in the shower to control different things to be a little bit confusing. But typically, the benefits way outweigh the disadvantages when it comes to thermostatic valves. Again, my name is Meredith Miner. Thank you so much for joining me today to hear a little bit more about the difference between a pressure balance valve and a thermostatic valve. Again, I'm with the Joyce Agency. Please visit our website so you can see all the different training opportunities that we have, and we would also invite you to follow us on social media at Joyce Agency Reps on Instagram and the Joyce Agency on Facebook and LinkedIn. Thanks again.